Your boy is on time. Herzlichen Willkommen for all the Mannschaft fans of Manchester United of Deutschland. Big up to all of you. It's Red Devil mode on live. Trini boy Mark N is here with the latest updates in the transfer market. Guys, hot off the press. Big up to each and every one of you coming in. Welcome to all of you and my regular viewers. Shout outs to all of you who have on this journey with me since last 2 weeks. When everyone else said no, your boy Mark N was saying yay. Big up to you guys who believed. Yeah. All of you who supported me. Big up to all of you guys. This was a long time coming, guys. Your boy has been working hard, doing his due diligence. And I have to say, I'm excited for these news. I'm excited. I'm extremely excited for the unveiling. But, of course, the medical must be done for our boy Benjamin Sesko. Big Ben is coming in. Guys, of course, we've been telling you guys since last week. The guy is coming. I told you the price. I gave you the fee. Did I not tell you the truth? Did I not tell you the truth about Benjamin Sesko a week ago? You already knew. But you know what, guys? Shout out to all of you. Big up to my boy Hayden Pro in the building. Bro, of course, when we did discuss that, Hayden, we will get into Carlos Baleba. But right now, let's celebrate. Let's marinate a little bit. Benjamin Sesko is coming. We were looking forward to this deal, broski. How many times we talked about this? And I told you, I was never so sure. But I was sure about this coming in. Sosa! Long time no see, homie. What's good, Sosa? Now you hear believers coming here in the building. Tell me what you're feeling, Sosa. How you feel about the season coming in, Sosa? What is going on? Yeah, you want to get bullied, but no, but tell you, what did I tell you guys? Last week, I said to you guys, right now, the focus is Benjamin Sesko. He is Manchester United's priority. And until that deal gets done and confirmed for Man United, you will not hear any moves from or incomings from Man United. Did I not tell you this, guys? Did I not tell you this, guys? Sosa. Sosa, you really want to say that there, Sosa, bro? Sosa, bro. Come now, man. You're bringing this up too soon. Let me wait till January, Sosa. Let me get agreement done. You see this? I'm not saying I disagree, yeah? But let's wait until January. We'll discuss it again then. You know what I mean? Well, of course, we did discuss this, Hayden. You know what I mean? The tooth will set you free. You already know, broski. Yeah. And we did discuss this, guys. We all had discussions. We talked about a midfielder. We talked about other DMs, young players. And I told you guys, if Manchester United is going to do a deal for young Javi Guerra, there will be a situation where they look into the market for a player who's ready now. But come on, guys. You guys are more excited for Baleba than Sesko. What's going on here? What's going on? We waited a whole week and some days just for this confirmation. Are you not excited to see goals? Because I am. You know what I'm saying? Yo, shout out to you guys. Big up to Jack Reacher in the building. Hope you're well, buddy. Big up to you. Well, I mean to say, bro. We had this discussion, and what I will say to you guys is when we talked about this, I talked about this with Bali Tech in the building here, of course. You know what I mean? But I might as well drop the link and let you guys come in and have a say, because I feel like the celebrations running wild. I feel like men want to talk about Believer. So let's have at it, guys. I will drop the link. It's been a while since I had a call in, but you know what? Let's talk about it. Yeah, because there's some interesting news about Baliba, and we did discuss. I did tell you guys that there's a possibility. that if Brighton is willing to accept a £60 million bid plus add-ons, 10 to 15 possibly, give or take, then Man United would be in for the player because they are very interested. Yeah. So I mean, guys, it's going to be an interesting situation going forward in the next couple of weeks. And I keep telling everyone that, it's one of those things where, yeah, it's difficult. It's difficult not to say that, you know what, things can happen, guys. And while I will say to you guys, Baleba is a possibility, I will confirm with you it's a possibility. But we need to make some money. So we best be hoping that Sancho says yes this week. We also best be hoping that other players who have deals, he says yes to those deals as well, guys, because we are definitely need to bring in some cash to get this Belieber deal done. Bali,
Yo, yo,
what's good, bro? You
big up
excited?
to,
Just tell me, because I know you're excited. Tell me, where is it?
first, first of all, big up to everyone in the chat. Have no fear, Bally Tech is here. Right now, we in the fucking building, yeah. I want Carlos Baleba right now. I don't want to mess around. I don't want to dilly-dally. I don't want to play around with the money. Whatever Brighton want, slap it on the table, give it to them, blow the budget, yeah, because what's going to happen, yeah,
Blow the budget.
summer, come next summer, yeah, when he's got 2 years left on his deal, Chelsea are going to want him. Real Madrid might want him. Barca might want him. All these clubs, Liverpool, all of them, they're going to swoop in. Yeah, Arsenal, they're all going to come in, yeah, with their little beady eyes, yeah. They're going to be trying to drop money on the table, and that's going to turn into a bidding war, yeah. I don't want that. I rather pay the extra 20 million now, knowing that we've secured him, and I'd rather just chalk it up to the game and just say, do you know what? We paid whatever they wanted, cool. Yeah. If that means we got to loan somebody in for another position somewhere else next season, I'll do that. Yeah. Just because this guy is top level machinery in the midfield. Yeah. It's been a while since we've had a Premier League proven operator that can come in there, step in there, pick up the ball, drive through midfield, yeah, tackle man's face off, yeah. Somebody with genuine ability, yeah. Oh my god, that would be a dream sign. I'm not being funny, but to me, we've signed some bad boys this summer already, and we're on the verge of signing another one in Sesko. But to me, Carlos Baleba, to me, is the biggest signing of the summer. I don't care what anyone says. And people will argue, oh, but how is he? How is he? Bruv, if he comes, he's going to cost the most money for starters. If he comes, he's going to cost the most money. Then on top of that, what he's bringing to the team will put us in contention for top prizes, as far as I'm concerned, either this season or next season. So you have to understand, bro. This guy, how old is he again? What is he like? 21, 22? Belabor. I swear
I think
he's
he's 21. He just turned
21,
21, as a matter of fact. You
bro.
know, the thing is,
Sign
right?
him
I
now.
must say this. I must say something before you go wild here, right? Now, let's explain to everyone the facts on the Belieber situation before, you know. So, sir, we discussed this about Rasmus a year ago, bro, and a half when we signed him. He was not the player we should have signed. And if we were signing him, the only time it was making sense, well, would have been if Man United put him on the bench. He was never supposed to be that guy that's starting and leading the line. So on 100% is the best situation that we could hope for. Moving on from that with Sesko, of course, guys, pending the medical, This is why I said that on the stream. I would love to say, here we go, but it has to be, the medical has to be complete. Everyone knows the deal has been accepted. Sesko chose Man United. They're finalizing exactly what I told you, payment plan and structure over the 5 years of his contract. We discussed this over a week ago. If you guys haven't seen the stream, you can go back and check. It's in my history of videos. Just check back on Monday or Sunday. You will get all this information. It was said on then. So, like I told you guys, moving on from that, the medical is supposed to be sometime around tomorrow, if not Friday midday. And then, there should possibly be some time to make it official with a probable release in front of the Old Trafford crowd on Saturday. So, guys, if you really win those tickets, you're going to get to see Sesko presented, possibly, if it happens. But, nothing is guaranteed. And of course, things can happen. But as far as it's concerned, the deal is let's go. And it's here we probably, you know what I mean? So let's move on from that because you guys really, really want to talk about Baleba because the energy is in the air and the excitement is there. And I just wanted to tell you guys that the transfer window is successful in the sense that everyone is feeling that sense of newness, that sense of possibilities next season. Before 6 weeks ago, we weren't thinking like this. I just wanted to guarantee to remind you guys and ground you guys, right? Now, like we discussed on Sunday, I told you guys about the Belieber situation. If Brighton is willing to play ball somewhere near the region of 60 million pounds plus 10 to 15 in add-ons, give or take, Man United possibly will make a move. But this will also depend on some outgoings. And like I told you guys, Chelsea is definitely about to make a presentation for Garnacho. It should happen in the next 48 hours, if not at latest Monday. But what I have been told is that it could be happening any given time. And this is because this is also partly why Man United made the move for Sesko the way they made the move, because they're expecting to have players outgoing that will also rectify the salary cap, the FFP cap that we have this summer. Big up to everyone in the building. Richard James is in the house. What did I tell you, Rich? Were you gonna
Yeah.
be back?
Yo, all the Man
So
United fans are flooded Baleba's comments. Yeah, telling him to sign the contract, big boy.
Well,
Yes.
I mean, guys, it's this you see, this figure is where negotiations have to begin for us for me to say to you guys, we are in. We on to something here. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So that is the thing, guys. This is where it gets a little bit techy because Man United have done a magic this summer. I can't lie to you guys, yeah, because we always discussed, and I always said to you guys, creativity was seriously lacking. Somebody probably listened to us. Somebody's probably in our chats now watching because they have been very, very creative in what they have done and how they have been able to manipulate the funds that they have to suit their needs. And guys, right now we possibly in and about a total spend this summer of 77 million pounds. Yeah. Now on total situation, you could possibly say somewhere near the region of 270 to 200 and around there we spend in total cost for these players in terms of payment to the clubs. Each player to themselves is probably going to cost Man United another quick maths 160, yeah. So I mean, we did our magic. We secured a lot of important positions that is necessary that we needed to focus on, that we needed to really and truly bring the club back from a situation of disrepute. And guys, we discussed this going into last season. We had a lot of young players, young talent in the attacking line. Now we have a lot of experience in that attacking line. You have the likes of Mbumo. We didn't have that. You have the likes of Cunha. Yeah. Now Bruno has help, experience help. not young guys that he have to carry. And they bring in a Sesko who, for all reason, he might be 22 years old, guys. And that might be the blessing in disguise because this brother has been playing Champions League for 4 seasons now. 4 seasons now, guys. And in those 4 seasons, he has a total of, I would say somewhere in the region of 21 goals in total competition in 4 seasons, somewhere around there. He's been playing for Salzburg and he's been playing for Leipzig, the RB group. And in total goals for Salzburg in 2 seasons, he scored 49. So I just wanted to let you guys know this is a young player that is not like Rasmus Højlund. This is a young player that is experienced, that is someone that could definitely come in and improve us. And he's very quick for a guy 6'5". You would not believe that he is 6'5" with the way he moves. Now, of course, everyone is quick in the Prem, but I am telling you, this guy has good intelligence on the ball. And I know everybody wants to get Baleba. Man United will try their best. And the reason why I could tell you that is because they have seen what we have seen. This is the
No
only time I
disrespect
could
to
ever say
Sesko,
that.
yeah. No
Hmm?
disrespect to Sesko. Yeah, no disrespect, yeah. I like the kid. I think he's good. I think he's talented. But I will take this kid back to the shop and go and get Baleba. I'm not even
Nah,
being
bro,
funny. I
I
will
gotta drop you for that one, bro. You can't do that, bro. Come on, bro. Today is
I,
Sesko's day. Baleba will have his day, bro. As long. Well, you see, we was talking about this Bali Tech and I halftime with Vegeta, bro. We talked about Belieber last week Thursday, was it? Bali?
yeah, yeah,
Last
yeah,
week
yeah.
Thursday, somewhere around last week Thursday, we was talking about it because he was asking me, you know, what potential it have we could go and get a top class midfielder. And the word on the street is if Brighton willing to play ball at 60 million, maybe it's a possibility. Man
Yeah, but
United have heavy interest in him and Adam Wharton, and this is what I told them.
I think that's the starting because there's no way they're gonna accept 60. So that's probably the starting, right?
Well, that's what I say. They had to play ball at 60. If they were
So
not
they
playing ball from 60, it will be difficult. Because if they go straight to 70, it could get techie for Man United, guys. I mean, guys,
I think
listen.
Man United will I think Man United
We
will
could
spend 70.
splurge. Now, you see,
I think they'll
yeah,
spend
I
it.
wanted to explain how we could splurge in the
Okay.
sense, in the cost. Because, all right, guys, think about it carefully. I don't know if you guys noticed in the midsummer, that Man United now has a shirt sponsor at the bottom of the numbers on the back of their kits. Now, this shirt sponsor definitely covers somewhere in the region of £30 million per year. And guys, if you know and you worked out the math for the installments that we be paying to the club so far, we are thereby about 18 to 19 million pounds in installments to both Brentford and Wolves for the next 5 seasons. Now, for the next 3 years, we have this shirt sponsor and it covering £30 million. There's a definite possibility now with what we are paying down on Sesko, which is somewhere in the region of 35 to 45 million euros, that we will be paying something that will complete that and it will round up to about 29.6 million pounds in total repayments every year. Now, if Man United were to splurge on Belieber, Man United themselves will have to come out of pocket whatever his installments would be per season past that. But considering one major thing, we get Europe next season, we get somewhere in the region of 80 to 140 million pounds because we are Man United. So that also gives us a boost from Adidas in 25% more money than we got this season because we are not in Europe. So there's a little bit of a complicated technicality that allows Man United to set, let's just say, somewhere in the region of 30 to like 45 million pounds of repayments per year that really will not negatively impact another transfer window. You understand? And I think this is what they actually meant by they planned with having Europe. Maybe I think he used the wrong terminology and said Europa League. I think he meant to say Europe in general because you're getting another 80 to 140 million pounds to begin the season when you're in Europe. And that's without winning or selling anything. So it's one of those things, guys, that there are possibilities. But of course, I would say to you all here now, if we even if we were to sign Belieber next and Hayden Hackney, right? Because there's an update on this young star that my buddy's asking me about here. You know, I didn't forget you. Big up to you guys. Frankie said, big up to Frankie every day. He said, any updates on Javi Guerra? No, the Javi Guerra situation is what it is. It is as I updated you guys last week. Now, you will be hearing some more updates to come probably tomorrow or Friday might be a major update day because, like I told you guys, until Sesko was complete, Man United was not triggering any other moves. So now that this deal has come to a completion, on most part of terms of negotiations and what it's really waiting on now is official announcement and Sesko to do his medical, Man United could make more moves. There are reports that there are possibilities Chelsea would come in with their bid for Garnacho. Jadon Sancho is set to make his decision on either if he's going to Juventus or he's trying to go back to Dortmund. Hopefully, these two things happen in the next 24 to 48 hours because if that does happen, then it puts Man United in a much stronger position to make a charge at Baleba. So I would say to you guys, the interesting thing is they are also very keen on triggering this hijack for Hayden Hackney. This is why I mentioned Hayden Hackney. Now, what I haven't heard is if is Hayden Hackney or Javi Guerra. It might be both. So it could get very interesting. But I do know they want a player for the right now. And I'm still waiting to get an update on whether Hayden Hackney affects Baleba. But, guys, they're doing some interesting things. That's all I can say. Big up to Junior Gaba. Who do you take, Baleba or Adam Wharton? I actually think Baleba would do more for the team where we are right now and the players who we have in the midfield. I think Baleba will fill the gaps and bring a physicality to that midfield that will build a platform for Bruno and the likes of Mbumo and those guys to build from and work forward. So I would say Baleba. I don't know about anybody else. I'm pretty sure Balitek agrees with that. But
Yeah,
we all have a liking for Adam Wharton, I can guarantee you
I,
that.
I
Come
really
on,
like
Frankie.
Adam Wharton. I really like Adam Wharton, but I think Adam Wharton. No, sorry, I think Bruno Fernandes can cosplay Adam Wharton for a little while. Not to say he can play the ball deep as good as Adam Wharton or control the midfield as good as Adam Wharton, but he can do a job there that can replicate some of the things that Adam Wharton does purely because he has a believer next to him. Yeah. If you just go and get Adam Wharton instead of believer, then I kind of feel like we'll be in the same sort of position with, even though Adam Wharton has some physicality to his game, I just think somebody like Belieber takes the midfield to another level. Then anybody who can do anything other than what Belieber's doing is the icing on the cake, really.
Yeah, well, that's one of the interesting things. I mean, in my honest opinion, I feel like they make a mistake there saying Bruno Fernandes could masquerade as Adam Wharton. I would say because Adam Wharton have a harder working striker and a more rugged midfielder around him, he's allowed to make some of the plays he's make because he knows players is work hard during the game. We don't have that type of player who does work hard and had the footballing intelligence like a Mateta up front. You understand?
Mm.
So it's one of those things where I think that it's going to be interesting to see what Bruno does with a player like Belieber next to him. Because to be honest, bro, we now have a striker and two tens who will read some of the moves that Bruno has been trying to get other players to be reading into during the games, you know? And maybe some of those Hollywood passes that we call Hollywood passes might be connecting to some of these players in critical moments and causing goals. It's 3-1 to who? What? I
I
really don't
think
care about Arsenal, but they can't be losing 3-1 right now. I doubt that. Let's not. I doubt that one. But this guy want to sell Anthony, bro. I would like him to go at this point. If we get Belieber, I take in that, bro. You know what I mean? I have an Anthony kit. I won't lie. Everyone knows my blue away kit last season is an Anthony kit. But if he gets sold and we get Belieber, all's well in the hood, and no Man United wins, and that's what I here for. Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I at this point I go and stop caring who starts. All I care about is the results because everybody needs to perform because we still remember, guys, we need them subs to develop to play well this season as well when they have the moments to come in and actually make an impact into the team because we have to prepare for Champions League next season some way, shape, or form. I
you
don't know
know
if you
what?
guys just want to qualify for top four and then worry about who's going to be back up in Champions League, who's going to be back up for Premier League. We still have domestic cups that these players need to perform very well in because the last 3 seasons, we actually went to the quarterfinals of each domestic cup consistently. They have to maintain that in a one game a week season where we don't have Europe in the least. It's the least I will expect from this team.
I just had a wild one come to my mind just now. Yeah,
Don't even
believe.
say it. Move on. I know where you go and say, please, I'm begging you,
Nah, nah,
please.
nah. I weren't gonna say that, but I was gonna say Belieber and Sekou Kone in the midfield. That one is going to,
Real defensive. Hey, hey,
hey,
look, my partner, boy. Hey, Bali Tech. Bali, hold on. Keep doing this shit to my phone, boy. Bro, fuck.
what's happened?
No, no, no. Hold on. Jump in, Olmo.
I'm
Olmo,
here.
I coming back. One
Can
second.
you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
You see, as you go on what you were saying with Sakakone, I'm writing something down. I will catch up soon.
No, I was saying that Belieber and Sekou Kone would just be nasty in the pivot. I could actually see them balling out. I can't lie. The ball ability of Kone
Yeah, guys,
and
my bad.
the tenacity, the work rate, the ball carrying. They both can carry the ball, but the ball carrying of Belieber, I just think that would be a crazy combination.
I agree with you. My thing is like, I just want to go further and say that um these people, Ineos, have been working hard. So I don't want to hear nobody saying we don't have players because they bought how many players? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10. 10 players. 10, they bought 10 players. The only position they haven't bought in is right back, and that's about it.
It's
Right
10
back,
or is
and it's center
9? It's
midfielder,
10
and
or
it's
9?
no 10.
Who's the 10th man?
Cunha,
Cunha's
Mubuemo,
not 10. We buy 3 this summer. We buy 1 in
Cunha,
January.
Mubuemo, Leon,
Leon was
Xerxes.
bought before them, bro. La-
I'm talking in
oh, yeah,
general.
but he was last summer, though.
Now I'm
Oh,
talking
yeah,
in
okay.
general. It's under Ineos. Leon, left back, Xerxes striker, Euro center back.
Well, then it's 10. If you count Leon, it's 10. Because I wasn't counting him.
Oh yeah, yeah. So see Xerxes striker, Euro center back, the list center back, Ugarte
Wait. It's
DM.
more than 10, bro. It's 11 because you had to count Heaven.
Yeah, kind of heaven. That's what
No,
I
Heaven
said.
will make it 11,
I'm not.
bro.
I'm not counting Seko Kone because
No,
he's
I
a
can't
youth
count
team.
Kone, but Heaven and Leon makes it 11 because it'll be Heaven, Leon.
Cunha, Mubuemo, Leon, Xerxes, Euro Delete, Ugarte, Heaven, Dogu Mazrari.
Yeah, and Sesko.
That's
You there?
crazy. Nah, I
Is
think Hoover's on in the background or something. Hoover or the washing machine, something. But yeah, that's
I'm
crazy,
just
man.
saying that. I'm just saying they bought Baleba. They bought the starting 11.
Well, no, they would by 12. They would have a sub because they would be 12.
Yeah, okay, they will be 12. The only
They
position
come
that haven't bought
Sesko.
in, the only position that haven't bought in is goalkeeper, and I don't think we need a goalkeeper at this time.
Bro, get rid of Onana. I don't want to hear you that.
At this time, year
Get rid.
25
We need it.
is not the year.
Send Lamens in and bench Onana. If you don't want
And,
to go, force
and,
him.
and I look at it like how we're able to get these players because again we're in a terrible place, and they luckily for the enough
No,
the John
bro, it's not luckily. It's heritage.
again lucky enough the John
Heritage.
listen. Luckily enough, the John B. McKell interview came out, and it shows like how players get swayed to go to certain clubs. Because remember, he was linked to us. Then Chelsea did their magic. Then all of a sudden, whatever Chelsea said, he went to Chelsea, right? Because
Bro, we were
off his mouth.
Sesko was always coming to United, you know.
And this is not about Sesko at all. This is just about transfer in general.
Yeah, but all our players this season was always coming to United in the sense, well, from the moment we was interested, they was always coming to United. All of them.
I just
At
think
first
we
it
we
was
haven't.
Cunha, then it was Mbumo, then it was Sesko. Because when United came into the race for Sesko, Sesko said to his agent and to the club, if United bids, I prefer to go to them over Liverpool, over Newcastle. So it was at that point, it was a done deal when United sent in their first bid. Once it was official, it's done.
Bro, the way the team's shaping up, yeah. Like, because I remember when we were having this discussion about is Ineos really serious about this Project 2028, yeah? And let's just say hypothetically we do land a Baleba and we do land a solid keeper. Going into next summer, if they do a madness again, then we should be challenging
Well,
in
I mean, I
2028.
don't
We
even
should
see
be.
this is the weird thing. I don't want to think about next summer because I want to see what these players, what evolution in this team these players we buy this summer bring. Because, bro, we could end up going into
I'm
next
about to
summer
check.
changing the necessity what we actually need. If you understand, because we could talk about needing Adam Morton and Kobe Manu do a madness this season.
Women is not doing a madness
Oh
in
gosh,
the.
this is not hypotheticals. Calm
Okay,
down, chill.
Continue,
I'm
continue.
just saying, yeah. So just saying, we have a player. Let's just say Sekou Kone come into the team and do a madness. You mightn't say, well, we need Adam Wharton again. We have Baleba there. We have reversion in Sekou Kone. You might
Yeah, but
see our next youth
if he's
man,
playing
Fredrickson,
well,
might do a madness as a defender, might be stalwart all season, win defensive player of the month 4 or 5 times. Then we might be saying we don't need a centre back. Where we need. You understand what I'm saying? But
no,
what
I
I
hear
would
you.
say
I
is
hear you.
this: we always need more quality in the team every season. But in the specifics, it could change depending on what evolution take place in the team this season.
There,
You
there's,
understand?
there are things I'm looking for this season, and my thing is there's gonna be the tough conversation of what we do with Bro Fernandez, and if this man does the right one to continue to coach
Oh
us in
jeez.
26, 27.
Oh jeez. Oh gosh, Olmo. Olmo. Let me see what this manager does in 25, 26 first now. Oh
I've
my
said what I
god.
said. There's gonna be.
Please,
I've said what I
please.
said. I've said what I said.
Oh
It's gonna be.
god, boy. Oh
I'm not.
god, boy.
Listen,
Oh
Mark, you're
god.
reacting. You're reacting. I'm not saying manager out. I'm just saying we're
No,
gonna
but
know.
we
No, no,
celebrating Man
it's
United
the truth.
making moves for
Listen,
this manager for this project. We're not talking about the next manager because we're making moves for this manager for
le-
this project, and we
with
need to build.
every signing that they've done it hasn't been for this manager. These are just good signings. The manager got to make it work. As I said, we're gonna see If this, as I said, we're gonna see if this manager
Bro,
will
we
continue
are
for
not Chelsea.
2027.
We are not a hire and fire club. This manager here for the next 2 or 3
Oh,
seasons.
we
I
are we
telling you
this is
now.
we are in the new age. We are in the new age. We're in the
Brother,
new what's this
Man
new
United is Man
age.
United. I just want to tell you, right now, heritage ruling. Yeah, heritage is why them players coming to Man United, King. Not no new nothing. Heritage. You hear what's in it? Don't
And you
The
know,
never
thing
sleep
is,
on
yeah,
heritage.
this
Don't
is why
sniff
this is
at
why
it,
I got
King.
the thing is, I'm gonna go out on a limb, right? Because last season was, I don't even know what that was.
it
Yeah,
was preseason.
so I
Like I
don't, I
said,
don't want to, I don't want to say it don't count because to me it did. Yeah, but I don't know what last season was. Yeah, but this season. Yeah, this season is a completely different kettle of fish. We got one game a week. If we sign a Baleba and we get another keeper, like with the energy and the work rate that we've already seen in preseason already, yeah, there's no way that this team shouldn't be pushing for the top five at bare minimum, you right?
If
Bare
we sign
minimum.
Belieber, yeah, we can have that conversation. But
Yeah,
this
but that's
brother
what but
here,
that's
this
what I'm
little
talking
brother of
about.
mine, Bali Tech, you know what we used to do to little brothers in this situation?
What do we do?
Hit them a tap behind the head because they're still the little bro. Yeah? Because you come
Nah, I
in
heard
my
it.
stream yesterday talking about he's going to Newcastle. Oh my God, I feel sorry for you, bro. You know, I hope your team does really well this season, bro, because my prediction for Liverpool is that you are going to struggle. You know what I mean? Because no more Salah, because of AFCON, and and one of your big defenders as well, it looks like. Yeah.
the only the
So,
only thing the only thing the only thing that Liverpool needed was a centre back. But I'm
Broski,
not.
calm down. I train
The only
shade on
thing they need
Liverpool
is a
right
centre
now.
back. Listen.
There is no niceties here between us and the
Oh, you are doing
Scousers.
banter. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Welcome. Yeah. Big up to you, Brisky. But guys, in the chat, everyone there, big up to you guys. Let me know what you guys thinking about what's next. Where does Man United go? Of course, there will be a lot and a flurry of updates in the next coming hours about Javi Guerra, Baleba, Hayden Hackney, Sen Lamens, and of course Donnarumma. But I will remind you guys, for Donnarumma, Onana must go. There is no reality where we sign Donnarumma and Onana is still a Manchester United player or has not shown an interest into a deal with a club to move away.
But they
Because,
Um,
haven't said that he has to go. I think if they tell him he has to go, it might be a different scenario.
but this
wait,
is the
who's that?
circumstance to sign Donnarumma. It had nothing
Well,
to do with the club alone. The player demanding to be number one.
why do you
He
want
not
Donnarumma?
signing to be number two or to compete. He's signing to be number one. His management, yeah, is the former from the former Raiola. So yeah, it's not happening like that, bro. You understand?
Why do we want Donnarumma? Because he's better than Onana.
He's 10 times better than Onana, and yeah, he's 100,000 years better than Martinez ever will be. You know what I mean? So it's just, I just saying the
So
facts here.
instantly, he's not the best keeper. He might not be the best keeper in the Prem, but because obviously there's certain keepers that are crazy. But he does improve us massively. You know,
Bro,
we
Donnarumma will come into the Prem. If he not number one, there probably might only be 2 or 3 keepers at his level, bro, in the Prem. Donnarumma, okay.
no, that's a massive improvement. I like I
What is
said,
that?
yeah. I'm like I don't want to think so far ahead, yeah. But I can. My mind has to go back to them saying they want to challenge for the title in 2028. Now, if they keep going on in this trajectory, then I would imagine the time that 2028 comes around, we would have a serious team. serious team. Yeah.
I think so too. I mean, guys, we talked about it. You guys know I was heavily disappointed in your behavior over the January window, and the course of this window, I was for a couple of weeks. I was wondering what they was really doing. Yeah,
It's okay.
because
I understand.
the manager needed players to work with. And yeah, we spent 7 weeks dealing with Mbumo because we should have signed Mbumo first for 55 million and then trigger Cunha release clause, but they do it in the wrong way and the wrong order. Not my fault. Theirs. But otherwise, I would say they have moved reasonably very creative and in the right direction. Sesko is a big decision. Moving for Baleba this window is a huge decision by the club to take a chance and take a risk because, of course, Brighton is not an easy club to make transfer dealings with. It's going to be interesting to see what happens there. Of course, I would hope that,
They're a selling
we are
club.
in for it, but we need some sales.
It's a selling club. Like, of course, now going to be easy. It was
Yeah.
bound. Brighton. It's never going to be easy. It's bound to happen. It's a selling club. It's what they do.
Do you know
And
the funniest thing? Yeah, is
Mm.
the Belieber talk started from the fans, right? Now, how he's like, obviously, he would have been on Man United's radar regardless. Yeah.
He been there for 4 years, bro.
Yeah, exactly. So it would have been on the radar regardless. But because we've been talking about him kind of from last season, when people really kind of opened their eyes to what his capabilities were. And then obviously it's intensified this summer because like he's a literal bad boy walking around the Premier League, playing for Brighton, doing what he's doing against a lot of teams. We don't have no weapon like that in our team. A lot of teams don't have that type of weapon. And to be fair, if we did have that sort of weapon, then I would feel confident going into midfield battles, knowing that you have the likes of Carlos Baleba, you have the likes of a Bruno Fernandes, but then you also have the likes of a Kobe Mainu or Ugarte. If you pair any of them ones with Belieber, you can have different effects. If let's say we had the bigger games, and then we've
Mm.
decided that we're gonna be a bit more conservative, then you play Belieber and you play Ugarte, and you got two workhorses in the middle, and you know that they're just gonna kill anything that comes near them, right? But then equally, if you want to be expansive, you could put Bruno there, and you can play Baleba, and Baleba can tell Bruno, okay, go forward and do your thing, join in with the attack, and I'll just make sure that anyone who comes there is getting KO'd. Simple. Like I just think like that would be a fantastic sign, and it will definitely take us up a good few levels. Levels that we're technically not supposed to be at. And obviously with the new with more signings in further summers, yeah, yeah. I need to be at Old Trafford more. That's all I'm saying. Like it's actually getting me gassed now, knowing that between this season and next season, we're gonna have a very dangerous team on all
Bro,
levels.
you
I,
just
I, I
gassed
look
in
I look at
general.
it differently because what I'm looking at is how is my manager gonna use his players? How's he gonna pair them together? And how he wants to play and how these players play, it doesn't mesh. It doesn't mesh together. Because Belieber is amazing. Belieber is good, but we want to use him to cover that whole area. Because this type of
Broski,
signing, I'm
calm
looking.
down.
I'm
I feel
no,
like I
I'm
feel
not.
like you're no listen here,
Why
man.
why
When
is
I
it that
say
I
that,
always gotta calm down when I'm speaking the
you
fact?
cannot solely focus on what he did exactly in the exact fashion he did it in Sporting, bro. And I'm realistically telling you this because it's the Prem. And yes, he gonna use that Sporting
I'm not
system, but
talking
he's
about his
going to
passion.
tweak
What he's doing.
certain
I'm talking
things.
about what he's doing now.
Yeah, what he's doing now, he do have Belieber there. So you can't see Baleba there because he's not there. We don't have somebody to replicate that.
So, if he gets Belieber, he's gonna put Belieber and Bruno there in the midfield too.
And then it will change. What happens there in that midfield too will change because Baleba has a different skill set to who is there. You have to
So
understand this,
who's gonna be
guys.
Pedro Belieber is what I'm looking at.
Well, I mean, when you put Baleba in that midfield too, with Bruno, he couldn't give Bruno a base to work.
Okay.
Bro, he could control that space by himself. You think the young defenders that we have not going to be there to support? You think Ahmad, who playing right wing back, not going to be
Mark,
there to support?
Mark, Mark, what number is higher, 3 or 2?
It don't matter to me, bro, because two men could do the job
But
of
Mark, I
three.
asked you a simple question. What number is higher, 3 or 2?
Two,
Okay.
two big players better than three any day of the week,
Okay.
King.
Continue.
Of course, this is not mathematics, King. This is football. You can't play this on paper. You understand? In a video game where it's set to binary code, all them things you talking about might work better for you, you know. But in real life, where the two men will have more energy in real life than the three men that you are running against them and more skill, they will make those three men look terrible. Bro, when you see
I'm just trying to
Sesko play
find
with
data,
these
like why
two
we're looking
tens
for the
and
Belieber.
Bruno behind him, you go understand what I'm talking about. He put together a puzzle there that shouldn't have happened, and by all means, it happened. Is a problem for the Premier League, King.
Touches.
You ain't understand.
Touches per
It's a
game.
problem for the Premier League. Big up to Mark Davies in the building, Mark. What I can tell you is that they're still hashing out some little fine details over the payments over the next 3 seasons. Like, are they going to pay 13 million per season, or are they going to pay, 12.5? Things, something like that. Is I'm not I'm being honest. So that is what's keeping me here. We go, but I expect it to come by morning. I expect it to be the brightest spark at 8 o'clock in the morning. Here we go from Fabrizio, and everybody's all bright on a Thursday. This is where it could happen. Of course, it could happen tonight because it's just that they were talking about, and like I said, they're talking about it because everything else all agreed. It's just the fine details in to sign, and then of
Who's
course
going
the
to cover?
medical. So
Who's ball
yeah,
covered so
huh?
far? I'm
Fred.
trying to find the data, like because again, all our signing this year has been data signing, except for Sesko. Like, why is Belieber? Is Belieber data signing, or is
No,
it
he's
just
not.
going, or is
Belieber
it
is a signing
well,
based on
he's
footballing
good
ability. Fred, you're close. You're close. It's not
because
a
of one
cigar
month?
yet, because actually, I'm going to tell you now, right? I hear PSG won somewhere in the region of 35 million euros plus 5 million in add-on. Something like that, maybe a little more. Could be. He is around 30 million euros. I think Man United will build somewhere around 25 million pounds plus 5. That's what I think if we go in for him. But we also need Garnacho to be sold. And of course, currently, I think Man United will give priority to Baleba and I say if Brighton is willing to start negotiations around 60 million pounds. So I don't know. This is something that could happen, but also it needs Onana to leave
Attacking
because
finish.
because Donnarumma is not coming to Man United to compete with Onana.
But this is the thing. How can, let's say they do start the negotiations round 60, yeah?
Mhm.
I can't see a world where Brighton let him go for like 70 million pounds,
No,
as
80
an
to
example.
100 is the key
Bro,
number.
they will let him go for 70 million pounds.
No, they will not. It's
I
Hey,
80
don't
to
think
okay,
100.
so.
hear him out on this number.
They
Go on.
can get 70
Go
million
on.
next season.
Hear me. Just let me explain you why now. The midfielders in the market this summer, Florian Wirtz is an attacking midfielder. You know what I sell? You know what Spurs just play for João Paulinho?
What they pay?
I think it's like 40 million pounds.
Okay.
Do you know who Brighton
But he's
is?
an unwanted midfielder.
He's not,
Do
bro.
you know
It's
who
João
Brighton is?
Paulinho. Calm down. Hear me now, right? The next midfield, the current rating is on the Prem. Yeah. Now, of course, Brighton can demand an exorbitant fee. But because Brighton does things by the numbers, 70 million for Baleba in this window will be a success for them. In this window's current structure of what is going on and the prices for midfielders,
You,
for defensive players,
well,
Baleba would be the most expensive sale in the market.
I don't think you know what Brighton is. Like,
No,
I
I don't
know
think you understand the market. I
they
think
don't
you
care
want to
about the
talk about
market.
Brighton like if Brighton is a big club. Yeah, they
They'll just
sell
wait till
well.
next year and sell it
Yeah,
for way
they sell
higher.
But
well
why
in
did
some
they sell
situations.
Casado? Why did they sell Casado for what they sold him for? Is it because it
Because
was
in
in
that market,
January?
Chelsea paid 100 million before for Enzo Fernandez.
No, because
The
of
market
Liverpool.
on
Liverpool put a
midfielders
bid
was
up and Chelsea
high.
overbid that.
Oh my
Liverpool put a
God.
bid and Chelsea overbid that. And you think
The
listen,
market for midfielders that summer, if you go and check all the midfielders sold
I'm
that
not
summer, bro,
no,
you're not listening to
Brighton
me,
don't
bro.
care about your
Go back
market.
and check it. Go online, pull up the stats, pull up Google, check all the
I'm not
midfield
putting nothing
targets
up
that were
because I know
sold in
Nah,
Brighton.
that
but
summer.
I
what
know
They were
players
all
go
Brighton.
sold
for?
for above 70 million. The
I
lowest
What
know
play?
price was
Brighton.
Mason
Brighton's a
Mount.
selling club. They don't care about your
Bro, you're not
player.
hearing, bro.
Nah,
You're not
nah.
hearing.
But
All right.
Omo, what
Not
players
going to
go
argue
for?
nothing with you no more. When
What
the
players
price
go
is
for
what it
makes a
is, you
difference
do what you
because
want to do, come back and apologize later,
because
right?
because remember when we signed Cunha and then we went in for
You bought the release clause. You paid the release
Embuemo.
clause.
Yeah, that's cool. But when we went in for Embuemo, Brentford started saying, "Nah, look what you paid for Cunha, and Embuemo's better than him. We want more money." That's what happened. So I wouldn't be surprised if Brighton say, "Okay, but this is what other players are going for in this position, so we want this amount." That is what's going to happen. So I don't know. They could say they want 100 million. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised at all.
Me either.
But if he went for 70 million or in and around 70, 75, you just gotta pay it. Because next season is gonna be a bidding war. And that's my thing. I don't want to go into a bidding war with not just the top Premier League teams, but the other top Champions League teams around the world. Like the Barca's and the Real Madrids, because bro, you can't have a guy like this will ensure 3 titles in a row
No, but you see, the
in
thing
your
is this,
midfield at
listen,
21.
yeah. The
But
thing is this, yeah.
the way I see it, the
No,
way I
here,
see it
man.
is,
I understand, Olmo. You know, you're not understanding where I'm coming from. You know, I
I
respect
understand where you're
Brighton's
coming from.
ability to sell well. Chelsea is the best selling club in world football. I just want to put that out there, right? I want to put that out here because I wanted to explain to you how it works. If you watch at Chelsea sales this summer, the average sales for midfield players is around 40 million at maximum, right? If you look at other clubs' purchases and other clubs' sales of midfielders, it's around that price. And now, while I hear you on Brighton, because my thinking is the Belieber is 80 million plus. The market hasn't sold a defensive player for nowhere near that price. And that this was thanks to Liverpool in some way, shape, or form, because when they bought Frimpong at 30 million pounds, well, 33 or whatever it was, that kind of set a kind of standard in the market that this window in general for defensive players it will be a average price. Now, if you was to be back, look at Sesko being 70 million king. This is because this is also because Liverpool went and paid 100 million plus for Florian Wirtz.
Nah, I think that because of Arsenal Gokures.
And Ekatike, they
Yeah,
all
Ekitike
have.
cost them
I can take
90
it.
million king.
We are playing musical chairs because we're all linked together. Also
No,
Arsenal.
we're not all linked together, but the market is a market where it is follow the trends every season. It don't work on last season. It's work on the every season as a separate entity, king. This is why sometimes prices is fluctuate super high and then fluctuate super low. Because this market in the prem when they're selling, especially when they're selling in between one another, yeah, It all depends on the highest price of a player in that region of the field, what they go for.
So how much you think we'll get Baleba for if we go this year?
This is what I'm trying to tell you. If they start playing ball at 60 million pounds, like I would say United willing to give them 15 million at much as 15 million pounds in add-ons.
And
So a possible 75 million pound deal.
can Brighton say no?
I Of course they could say no, but I don't think they would. They're not doing too well this summer, bro, and they need money right now because
But
they want to buy two players, but they didn't get no sale for Evan Ferguson. He gone on loan with option to buy for 35 million euros.
because I don't know the way Brian move and he ain't
And you know
doing
how stupid that is because Manchester United inquired about Evan Ferguson and they tried to tell Manchester United 60 million pounds or 40 or 55 million pounds, and he gonna get sell for half that price. This window
No,
is
no,
not
it's
doing too
even
well
less
for
than half
Brighton,
that
bro.
price. It's
they
even less than half because they would have
Bro, it's
been quoting
35
us in
million
pounds.
euros.
They would have been quoting us in pounds. He went in euros.
Yeah,
they
that's
made
what I'm saying. So it's
1 million
about I being nice to them, bro. They quote us 55 million pounds and 25 million pounds, probably 27 million pounds is what it could cost the next club to buy him. Disrespectful.
but I wait and see. But I still don't think they will accept that.
Bro, go and check it. It's less than what we want plan to open bid for Donnarumma, broski. I was shocked when I see it. Ask him. I talked about it on a stream probably about 10 days ago.
But I'm
I
not gonna
was
keep
in
this
total
small thing to
shock
waste
because
of
it
time.
popped up on my phone while I was live. Evan Ferguson to Italian club and
But I'm not gonna keep on this small thing to waste some money.
option to buy 35 million euros. And I was like, the Brighton is a joke. Broski, sometimes they try to sell big in the Prem because Prem teams have money. But it's only work out well for them when they see other clubs spend big on players.
Wait, did they sell Darwin Nunes?
Who's at Liverpool?
Yeah.
No,
Not
no.
yet. It's reported that he could be going to one or three clubs right now.
Hmm.
An
Hmm.
Italian club interested, a Spanish club interested, and a German club, I
Liverpool
think.
needs a midfielder.
Hmm?
So Liverpool need a midfielder.
Yeah, but who they could afford? As a matter of fact, I shouldn't say that, but I know who they're going in for right now. I have an idea who they're going in for right now. I
I'm not
just
even
glad my
bothered
boy
about them.
injured because I couldn't take seeing Liverpool bid 150 million pounds for Musiala.
They're not doing that.
Hmm?
They'll be
I'm
stupid.
not really. I'm not really that bothered about what they're doing right now. I can only really focus on what we're doing, and right, if we get Baleba, yeah,
The only thing
this
missing is
summer's up
Mason
there.
Greenwood, bro.
Yeah, this summer's up there. This summer's definitely. If we sign him, this summer is up there. I can't lie. We're going into the midfield. I mean, we're going into the season full of confidence. Really, I would seriously be confident. Not only that, but I know Omo has his doubts about the manager, but I think I would have a bit more confidence about the manager knowing that he's got the physicality in the midfield that he said he wanted initially. Because when he first came to the club, he said, "No, we don't have the physicality in the team."
Same thing Ten Hag say.
And now you fast forward to now, you look at the team and you if you put a believer there, there's not much people that's more physical than this kid at 21 years old. You got Sesko, super imposing, super physical. Yeah, Umbuemo, physical. Cunha, physical. Yeah, you now look at it properly. They've done is buy physicality. You look at Dorgu, physical. Yeah, we're going into this season 1 game a week with all that physicality. yeah, we'll start to hurt teams. We'll start to hurt teams, seriously.
Bro, I
And
told you.
on top of that, if we do sign Donnarumma is more physical than fucking
Oh, no, no.
Onana. Way more physical than him.
Bro, Donnarumma claiming balls in the air. You much cross you can cross from Donnarumma, bro. The man long. The man is long. And he old school. He coming with his knee. So, yeah, you know, there's problems.
I'm just curious at the formation and what players will be playing this formation. The 3-4-3 or the 4-4-2.
We playing 3-4-3, broski. Because when you put Sesko up front, up top, like he like a spearhead king. Yeah? When you have
Mm.
Sesko for defenders to defend, then you have Cunha, you have Mbumo, you have
This
Bruno.
this
Bro,
is the first time
Man
you're gonna have.
United causing chaos in this league this season. Man,
No,
them,
100%.
I don't want to get
I
too
just want to
hyped,
say this is
yeah?
the first time Sesko will be leading the line.
Bro, Sesko lead the line for his national team for the
Oh
last
yeah, yeah.
four
He's
seasons,
national.
King. He lead the
You know
line at RB Salzburg in
you
the
know they barely
Champions
play.
League when
No,
Schick
no,
was
no, no,
injured
no, no.
for a
Well,
season.
you're going too far. You're going too far. You just said national team and leave it at that.
Okay, cool, but I just want to let you know how much I watched this brother. Yeah? He had
Eh,
6'5" and he had the pace he had more pace than a key taking. You understand what I'm trying to tell
I
you?
don't prefer like a TK, but
What?
I'll leave it at that. I
But
went with the
I'm
Watkins.
just trying to let you know that
I
this guy
understand.
ain't coming here to be a joke. He coming here to
I,
bang. And when you and every listen, there's pressure this guy a lot. They used to pressure him with Haaland. And I could tell you now, Haaland never beat him in a game when Norway play against Slovenia. And
I'm not.
he's
We're
always
not.
score.
Hey.
Just wanted to know.
Get your banter data out of here. I'm not doing that. No way.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, it was a blessed one.
Sesko
Sosa, I
did.
talk to you about this, bro. I talk to you about this, Sosa. We
Wait.
will talk about this
Let
in
me tell you.
January.
Sesko
In
did to him.
January. Right? January is the time for that. Right now, we building. Right now, we just want these guys to come together, have a decent start. Because in my history, we never really have a good start to our season, you know, fellas. We usually always drop points in the beginning of the season. I don't know why. So I not going to hope for any miracles. I just want a decent start. And I want this team to build up into the season and win games as we go. You know, build up. You know that you old school United go on a winning streak about 12 to 15 games. That is the kind of thing I would like to see at some point this season. I don't care too much if we just win all these starting games. We never really do that in our history. So it's a weird one. But we definitely looking to things turn Old Trafford into a fortress again. Well said, Bruski. You know what I mean? He did let that goal in, bro. Him and Luke Shaw were diabolical. They were diabolical. But guys, big up to all of you. Shout outs. Guys, don't forget about the competition. You know what I mean? I know I didn't have the banners running, but I'll just put it up one more time so you guys could see it because, of course, giving away tickets. The draw is on Friday for the game on Saturday. So if you guys want to win the tickets, you know what you gotta do? You gotta get 7 friends to like, subscribe, leave a comment, Red Devil Mode, DE hashtag with their national flag, and of course, their support to you who referred them to the channel. And of course, you will go into the hat and we will have the draw live on Friday and the tickets will be given away. Guys, I need you guys to have the Man United app so I could send you the tickets via the app. I'm sorry, but you know what I mean. That's how I have to do it for you guys. So shout out to you guys. Hope you have a wonderful evening. I did tell you that Sesko would be done this week. I gave you guys all the best information that I had, and now I don't have any more. But tomorrow, I'm sure I will have a huge update for each and every one of you with multiple players possibly coming in and going out. So thank you to Omo. Big up to Bali Tech in the building. Big up to each and every one of you in the chat. Sosa. Big up to you. Big up to Jack Reacher. Fred the Red, my brother. Big up to you as well. Big up to Admiral Drex in the building saying salute, Professor. Big up to Gavin Underwood saying normally or pre-Chevalier. You're probably right, but not now. Donna is a nuisance they want to get a shot of. Probably. Big up to Great One as well in the building. Of course, big up to Mark Davies as well. Biku, little bro. I will see you this season, and I promise you, I will smash you at the cup end. Yeah, I'll probably be there to watch the game with you while United beats you 3-1, just like this scoreline right here. Just remember, I told you it weeks before we played Liverpool. Yeah, big up to Frankie, glory, glory, Man United. Guys, hope you have a great evening. If anything else breaks, guys, we'll be back. Shout out to you guys.